2016 seems to be the year of the long overdue sequel. We've got Finding Dory, which is of course a sequel to 2003's Finding Nemo, and now we've got Independence Day Resurgence, which is the sequel to Independence Day, which came out in 1996. The question is Independence Day Resurgence any good, and does it need a sequel? Well, we'll find out right now. Independence Day Resurgence sees the return of Jeff Goldblum and Bill Pullman. Sadly, Will Smith isn't in this film as, according to Roland Emmerich, he was just too expensive. It also has brand new cast members such as Jesse Usher, Liam Hemsworth, and Micah Monroe. Now, with regards to the cast, I would have loved to have seen Mae Whitman reprise her role as the president's daughter, but it seems like she wasn't interested, and they also didn't really seem to offer her the role. And the same with Ross Bagley. He is replaced by Jesse Usher, who of course played Hiller's stepson in the original film. Now, I must say the movie and I do have a common belief that the only way to achieve world peace is through an alien invasion. So basically, this is where the film kicks off. It's set 20 years after the events of the first movie. Today, basically, mankind lives in peace, and we have advanced weaponry and advanced transportation thanks to us reverse engineering the alien spacecraft. Then, of course, the aliens return, and it's an all-out war for survival. Let's look at the pros of this movie, which unfortunately is very few. The film does have some humor, not laugh-out-loud stuff, but enough to give you a chuckle here and there now and then. This is a Roland Emmerich movie, so you can expect tons of explosions and plenty of destruction on a grand scale, enough to put Michael Bay to shame. And that's the one thing I can give this movie credit for, is the stunning visuals. The visual effects are absolutely astounding, except for one little scene, but I'll get to that eventually. Now, I decided to watch the first film just to refresh my memories and of course get psyched up again for the sequel. And then I learned a very valuable lesson. Childhood memories should remain locked away for good. I had forgotten how cheesy the original film was. Now, this brings us to the cons of this movie. The score is quite distracting. Now, the score or the music of the film is meant to draw you in. It's meant to suck you in and make you feel like you are part of this movie and that you've forgotten that you're actually watching the movie, but you're a part of it. The score is quite loud and it doesn't suit the action, and is quite distracting that you realize that you are watching a movie. It takes you out of that whole inclusion, and it just doesn't fit the film. The characters are flat, they're underdeveloped, they're two-dimensional, and you don't care about them. The problem with this is when there is a sense of urgency and a sense of danger, you don't care. There's a scene where our characters are flying around fighting the aliens in their spaceships, and they're clearly being shot at. They're clearly in distress, but the way they're portrayed, the way they're filmed, you don't care. You honestly couldn't care if they live or if they died, because the way, and this is where the film comes into place, the film score comes into place. You know you're watching a movie. You know they're just actors, they're just characters. So you don't care. You don't you don't share that sense of tension, that sense of fear. The dialogue is badly written. It's just quick one-liners being thrown back and forth to each other. I got to a point where I thought that this is more suited for an 80s action film. Now, I mentioned earlier that there's one part in the film where the visuals just did not impress me. And that's when we go to Area 51 and we see these aliens in their cages and they're banging back and forth and holding their heads and they're screeching, and they looked so fake. You could really see that there was just nothing but badly made CGI. It's almost as if the film was rushed, and the studio said to the filmmakers, no, don't bother fixing it, there's no time to polish it, just put it in the movie, no one will notice. People are going to notice. At the end of the day, this is nothing more than a mindless popcorn movie. You're just going in there for pure entertainment. There's no overthinking, there's no subtleties, there's no analyzing of the plot. It's just pure entertainment, mindless popcorn fun. So if you are into those kind of flicks, you don't care about plot twists or plot devices, you just want to be detained, you're going to love Independence Day Resurgence. But if you do want more depth and more substance to your film, then skip this movie. So with that in mind, Independence Day Resurgence gets an alienated 5 out of 10. Guys, thank you so ever so much for watching. My name is David Braz, and please like and subscribe to this channel, and I can bring you plenty more reviews. Thanks for watching. "2016 seems to be the..." My dog is drinking water. My God. Yeah. 2016 seems